Hey, he's run off already. First episode, he's run off. I've scared him off already.
No, to make Woggett Lodge look good.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Hey, if you can hear these weird noises in the background, it sounds like gremlins. They're the dogs that have just had dinner and now they're ready to face off with each other.
Oh, now you tell me. I went and shut my door for some privacy, and you let the dogs in.
Oh, I can't help
No,
it.
actually, who let the dogs out?
Yeah, yeah. So, just quickly, just so everyone knows, a pair of old jocks. I'll just bring up that's the logo for us there, the pair of old jocks. Every time I bring up the logo, it drops your microphone out. I better put it back on. So that's the logo for us. So,
Nice.
yeah, pair of old jocks because we used to DJ years and years and years ago back in the day.
When I describe to people,
Yep.
don't take this the wrong way. It's like, oh yeah, it's a guy who's got his internet radio station. I gave him a leg up in DJing. Make of that what you will.
Yeah, do you know how long ago it was?
Well, when I did the bio, it was when I was at Whiskey A Go Go, wasn't it?
No, at Leisure Inn.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm. The Leisure Inn, and it was just before. It was before the Swinging Pig.
Yeah. Oh, well before.
Yeah.
Because we were both. Remember back in the day, you could get these awesome wind cheaters from Seaside Sounds, and I had my Paul Young one, strangely enough.
Yeah.
Not this Paul. T'other Paul. One that can sing.
Yeah, don't ask me to sing.
And that was it. And you loved that wind cheater, but I had a standout ballet. I had a whole range of wind cheaters, and you went out and got a whole load of range of wind cheaters. I remember those days. So it was well before Swinging Pig.
Yeah. It was 29 years ago, 1995.
You've been counting.
No, I just worked it out. Yeah.
Because I was thinking deep dark 80s, but no, only 1995. Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
We think only 1995. That was 29 years ago. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. So
wow.
The dogs are shaping up. They're wrestling, ready to go. So, yeah, no matter what you do, you just can't control them. They're stubborn as. So what's been happening over the last 29 years?
Well, 29 years. Well, if you look at my bio, now there was other stuff because you do a bio and you look at it and go, "Oh shit, I forgot that. Especially when you've had a sort of a diverse life that I've had.
Yeah.
But I think most of it was filled with things that came on from my DJing.
Yeah.
So basically, when I was at Leisure Inn, the assistant manager took me under his wing and he started teaching me all things pub. Kegs and serveries and how to set up a servery and all that. I think he had a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
Maybe you, Brian Walker, if you ever watch this. But then we had this big refit at Leisure Inn, it was over $1 million and the place was awesome. Huge sound system, flying four ways and lighting and all that sort of thing. And I think that's when all the licenses got extended for pubs to 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we took on other DJs and I was still the 8:00 to midnight DJ.
Yeah.
And then I just hand over and piss off.
Yeah.
in a drunken haze. Then they got new managers in because I ended up being one of the assistant managers. There was two others, but then the owner decided to go in a different direction and he got a load of young people in and they were not particularly enamored with my style of music.
Yeah.
Playing, the sort of music I used to play. I'd play a lot of old, it's new and this and that and the other. And I'd repeat songs, so when I felt the night needed it. And the new young guys they got in, they felt, no, the direction we need to go in is doof, 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 which is what our midnight to 2:00 DJs were.
Yeah.
So, and, I was doing 60-hour weeks because I was DJing and helping run the pub. Brian had left at this stage and, they let me go.
Yeah.
It was like after 11 years they let me go, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I know who they didn't they
And
get. Was it a guy named Dwayne coming after you?
yes, it
Is
was
it?
actually Dwayne, and I've got a story about Dwayne.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I went back into doing itinerant work and all that sort of thing, and they actually called me up
Yep.
and asked me to come in to the Loser Inn, and they said, "Oh, how I can't do the hand signal,
Yep.
but how do you feel about coming back and doing our Thursday nights for us,
Yep.
from 8 o'clock to midnight, the numbers were falling. This was a
Yep.
great thing. After 11 years,
Yeah.
they sacked me and the numbers were dying. May
Yeah.
have had nothing to do with me, but I'm going to take it on board.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you would, as you would.
So I did the arrogant thing and I said, yeah, $500 a night or I'm walking.
Yeah.
They went, yeah, no. And I walked and they were going to let me go. And I said, okay, what? Yeah, I caved. I said, what's the deal? So I went back and I was the 8 o'clock to midnight DJ, I think,
Mm-hmm.
just Thursday nights. And I had other work.
Yep.
And then I remember it was actually Easter. It was actually
Yep.
Easter, and the rules were they couldn't close at 2 o'clock on the Thursday, which is the big night
Yep.
of the Leisure Inn, as you know. They had to finish it dead on 12 o'clock.
Yep.
So Dipstick here went to Dwayne and explained how I was going to formulate the last hour of the night. And
Yep.
I said, look, I'm going to go a bit past midnight, but the cops will be fine with that. We've always done that.
Yep.
And I explained what I was going to play. I'm going to do this, some of the dancey sort of stuff, and then I'm going to play some old school rock and roll, get them all singing,
Yep.
and then I'm going to bring the wave down, and then I'm going to repeat all the new stuff
Yep. As
that
you
I
do.
played
Yep.
earlier in the night, and we'll finish the night with a sing-along. He said, yeah, no rock and roll set. No, you just keep playing the music you're playing now.
Yep.
Now, I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ all my life.
Yep.
Seriously, are you going to let some dipshit tell you what you're going to play?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no worries, Dwayne.
Because he like,
and I played what I wanted to play, and
yeah.
he was so angry at the end of the night. So I quit.
Yep.
I said, yeah, I'm done with it. I don't need this shit.
Well, that's what you get when you get managers that try and tell the DJ what to play, and they've got no idea because the DJ's reading the crowd, and they know how the crowd reacts. Yep. And if people go to a club now and you go to a DJ, I struggle to go to clubs now. I can't go to nightclubs and listen to it. I just can't do it because they've lost the chemistry and the science behind it because you got to I know because in Rockingham where we were DJing, I DJ'd at the Leisure Inn, I DJ'd at Equator Room, and I DJ'd at Zelda's, and I DJ'd at Liquids. And if you got to be able to read the crowd, and basically what I used to do is divide the crowd up into three. Excuse me if you can hear the dogs going, but I would divide the crowd up into three. One crowd would be at the bar drinking, one crowd would be in the toilets doing whatever they're doing, and the other crowd was dancing. And then you would rotate the music so that the people on the dance floor would then get off the dance floor, go to the bar and get a drink. The people at the bar would stop drinking and then go to the toilets and have a piss. And the people in the toilets would come out and start dancing. And that way the bar was always full and always making money. So if the bar's making money, you're in a job. You're in a job. And you've got to read that crowd.
Yeah, mine was slightly different because I saw us doing a night as a DJ. It just went in waves.
Yeah.
So you would bring the crowd up and you'd bring them down, and then you bring them up again and you bring them down, and you slowly build that wave up towards the end of the night. So that at the end of the night, they're walking out the door singing.
Yeah.
You know, whether the last song you play is Come Up and See Me, Make Me Smile, or The Monkeys' Daydream Believer, or whatever, leave them singing.
Yeah.
There was also another, I remember an encounter with, the Leisure Inn crowd, the Rockingham crowd.
Yep, the Old Navy crowd.
That and the salt of the earth kind of people.
Yeah.
And I had a guy in his checkered shirt, flannelette shirt.
Yep.
And he was like, the thing, play some AC/DC. You'll get the crowd right. And it's like, well, it's not how it works. But I ended up becoming a friend with him.
Yeah.
But I actually said, why do you come here to the Leisure Inn? You never dance.
Yeah.
You just drink. Why do you come here? Oh, I don't know. Are you coming here for the girls? Yeah, yeah. I said, and I'm playing girls' music, so you can come here for the girls. And
Yeah.
he understood that. He went, oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I ended up becoming good friends with him.
I had a guy
So,
once come up to me and said the same thing, play some AC/DC or something, and he said, "I'll play some Akadaka, do it for the Rebs, play some Akadaka." I said, have you got any AC/DC albums at home? He said, "Yeah, I've got them all." I said, "Well, go home and listen to them." I said, "You're in a nightclub."
I did used to make this promise though whenever I got the objections from the
Yeah,
far right crowd. And God love them. I did actually get on
yeah,
really well with everybody, even though probably a lot of people thought I was quite arrogant, which
yeah,
is actually born of me being quite shy.
yeah,
I picked some strange jobs for a shy person, but I used to say, look, you may come here and you may not like music, but you're enjoying the crowd. But I promise you, you will hear at least one song tonight
yeah,
that you like.
yeah,
And that was always my promise. You will hear one song tonight that you like,
yeah.
at least.
So, hey, do you remember 1995? Obviously, because they had the video.
Paul, I'll stop you there. I'm old and I nap. I don't remember yesterday.
Oh, I'm going to remind you some things.
Anyway, I'll
Yeah,
try.
because they used to have the videos. Used to do the DJing with the videos. Was that before or after the upgrade?
No, that was before the upgrade.
Yeah,
When I started at Leisure Inn, it was very heavily video DJ,
yeah,
VJ based.
yeah, yeah. Because that's
And
when I was playing when they had the videos there. Yeah,
it
but,
was, no, it was great. The guy at the Raffles Hotel, Steve Hewlin,
yeah,
he used to get all the videos,
yeah,
the prime videos, the core videos from the record companies. He dubbed them down onto
yeah,
video cassettes and sell them off,
yeah,
hopefully legally.
yeah,
But the Leisure Inn, every 3 weeks we'd get a new video, and I'd actually, while I was working on the lights during the day, I'd listen to the videos, and we had a huge video
yeah,
collection. It was great.
yeah. It's a bit different DJing with video cassettes and CDs. But 1995, I got the list of the top 50 songs from the ARIA charts. Do you want to know what some of them were?
I would love to, because I'm going to go, oh yeah,
Oh,
and actually I'll get my phone ready so I can add them to my playlist, to my library.
well, you can Google this. You can Google it. So the ARIA charts have got every year. This is 1995, the singles charts, the end of the year single charts. Number 50 was "I've Got a Little Something for You" by M&8. I've got a little something for you. Do you remember that?
Oh yes, I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then 49 was Chris Isaac, "Somebody's Crying."
Yeah.
Chris,
Somebody's crying.
yeah, he's coming to Perth on Thursday. 48, oh, you'd know this one, "Let Her Cry," Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, I sing that at karaoke and blow everybody away.
Yeah,
Because it's a hard song to sing. It's actually a hard song to sing.
yeah,
But I always think it's funny with Hootie and the Blowfish. Darius, he sounds like, well, he's a black guy
yeah,
who wants to sound like a white guy trying to sound like a black guy. Does that make sense?
yep, yep, yep.
But no, he's a good singer, Darius.
Yep.
So.
47 was Michael Jackson's "Scream." Sophie B. Hawkins at 46 with "As I Lay Me Down." "Beautiful in My Eyes," Joshua Caddison. I can't remember.
Vaguely remember that.
Yeah. "Corona," Baby Baby.
Oh, yep.
This one, I know you know this one. This was number 43, Herbie, "Right Type of Mood."
Yeah.
Then you had like Denny Hines, "It's All Right" at 42, "Where the Wild Roses Grow," Nick Cave and Kylie Minogue at 41.
Oh,
And
good film clip.
"When I Come Around," Green Day was number 40.
Yep.
So
Big fan of Green Day.
we'll go through a few more in a bit, but yeah. Yeah,
So
there you go.
let me throw the question back on you. What have you been doing since 1995?
Married, divorced, travel, work, started online radio station, podcasting, some DJing gigs.
If I ever introduced you to somebody, do I say, "Oh, this is Paul. His hobby is getting married"?
Yeah, sharing the love. There's so many, there's only so much love you can share.
Actually, that was one of the worst things. In King Square, which
Yep.
is where I work, as you know, and I saw you a couple of times. Did you work for Shell, or you were in the Shell building, or?
I was contracted to Shell.
Yeah,
Yep.
and a couple of times, and you said hi, and I went, yeah, hi,
Yeah.
and just like being old and napping, it's like,
Yep.
yeah, I know that guy, and then 10 seconds later, oh fuck, it's Paul Young, and I turn around and you'd be gone.
Yeah. They never give us long enough for a break. Yeah.
No,
So
so I do apologise for that. Yeah, old
nah,
brain.
it's all good. But like I said, it's like 29 years ago since we were DJing. It's like and then I thought,
It
oh,
was, and we both had more hair.
yeah, and more of a lot of other things as well, but more money.
I've been making up for that for the last 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's crazy.
I was a bad man.
Oh, I look at the my kids now and see what they get up to, and I'm like, God, you guys are boring.
No, that's only what they tell you, Paul.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Job description, lie to the parents.
yeah, like some of the stuff I used to get into trouble for was like, it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been interesting.
yeah. I remember one time, maybe I shouldn't really say this, but I'm going to have to. When I was in the Navy, we were up in Darwin, and we were at this pub, and they had strippers on for all the sailors, so all the girls were up dancing, and one of the strippers grabbed one of the sailors up there and put him on stage on his sat him on a chair, pulled down his stacks, and he had these bright yellow jocks on. All right, so this stripper's dancing around and carrying on, and just if you're very sensitive to bodily fluids here, people just put your fingers in your ears. But she's gone and danced, and she squatted down on him on his lap, and when she's stood up, she left a mark on his bright yellow jock so everyone could see it. Well, the poor girl got her time of the month right there and then on him. So she's run off all embarrassed, and the guy was a bit shy, but he had a belly full of drunk, so everyone's cheering him on, thinking it's great. And the DJ just kept on going, and he was trying to cheer on the crowd even more because he could hear them getting hyped up, and so he was cheering them on even more. So she ran off upstairs, and in the aftermath, the DJ came down to where everyone was, and I said to him, I said, "Hey mate, do you know what you're doing?" He says, "No, not really." He says, "The DJ couldn't come in at short notice to perform for you, not play for you guys and do the strip shows." He said, "But I'm just the manager or the assistant manager or something like that along them lines." So I'm just playing the music. And I said to him, I said, "Look, mate," I said, "I know the system you're running because it was exactly the same as what Leisure Inn were running. The video screens and the video DJing and the rest of it." I said, "I know what you're running. I'll do your shows for you." I said, "I've done strip shows before and I've done all this stuff before, so let me do your shows for you." He said, "I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know if I can do this." He went out the back and he come back. He said, "Look, we can't pay you because you don't work for us, but we can supply you drinks, and you can drink as much as you want." I said, "Yeah, no worries." So me and a mate, we went upstairs where the DJ box was, and I got everything set up, and I'm playing to the music, and I'm doing the MCing and doing the MC show for the girls and the strippers, and the strippers would come back up because on the mezzanine level where we were, that's where they were getting ready for the shows and bits and pieces. Well, they're all up there smoking reefers and shit. So obviously, so they come over to me. Do you want to come and join us for a smoke? And I'm like, "Nah, I can't." I'm like, my bosses and all that down there says wall-to-wall sailors and Navy and officers and the rest of it. And I went, "Oh, no, look, tell you what, fuck it, I will." So I'm upstairs and I've got like an endless supply of bourbon and cokes. I'm smoking reefers with the strippers. I was completely off my tip. Meanwhile, downstairs, all the everyone else is downstairs partying on like there's no tomorrow, and I'm upstairs with all the strippers. I was lucky I didn't get drug tested because I would have failed it. I would have been in more shit than Batman. But it was a
Fun things happen when you DJ, don't they?
oh yeah, yeah,
Just, um, I remember actually you speaking about the strippers. There was one period there where I was working at the Laser Inn,
yep,
and for about 6 months, my week,
yep,
basically on Monday, I'd rock in and I'd do the sign. That was the deal. You know,
yep,
they thought I was being paid, so I did the sign out the front of the pub as to
yep,
what was going on that week. But on Wednesday, you might remember we had the wild bull
yep,
competition and the raunchies.
yep,
So that was Wednesday night. So I'd have my gear out, and it was that roll in, roll out desk that I
yep,
had that you could plug into all the main system. So Wednesday, that was that. And then, as you know, Thursday night was the big one at the Leisure Inn. That
yep,
was the night. But on Friday, the bands didn't want to DJ.
yep,
So at the end of the night on Thursday, I'd just unplug all these
yep,
plugs from my DJ system and just roll it into the back room. Friday, I had off.
yep,
Um, Saturday, we had a family karaoke night, and John Blake and I would run that.
yep,
So I'd roll my gear out. On Sunday, the band didn't want to DJ, so I'd roll my gear back in.
yep,
That was my working week, and I was
yep,
the highest paid DJ in WA. I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday,
yep,
and I was earning good money, and it was best 6 months of my life.
yep.
You know.
Yeah, I love it. I love doing it. If I could do it now, I would. So, but yeah, no one wants to go see an old DJ.
Strangely enough, I am well and truly retired.
Yep,
My mate Brandon, you might remember Brandon.
sounds familiar. Yeah, yep,
Yeah, Brandon Chowdhury, little Singaporean guy. He's built up a
yep,
successful DJing and management
yep,
business. And, quite often he'd be trying to get me to come and do weddings, come and
yep,
do a wedding. And I was like, no, mate, I'm retired.
yeah.
Um,
I wouldn't do
and the
weddings or anything.
reason,
I'd only go back to a club, small club,
no,
small
I,
bar
I
club.
wouldn't do it at all. The reason is I got into the business probably like yourself, using my own
Yep,
record collection, playing the pub I was at. It was fortunate that I could play the music that I like, and everybody at that pub loved it. That was the Jordan Dragon.
yep,
That's why I got into the business, play the music I liked.
yep,
It became a job, and you know, uh, towards the end, I was playing a lot of music that I didn't particularly like, but I knew
yep,
that the crowd liked it. That it was a job.
yep.
But it's also a very stressful job. Anybody
Oh
who's
yeah.
not done it, and not done it in the
Well,
environment that we've done, where you're
yeah,
talking to the crowd and you're not just beat mixing, you're
yep,
building the crowd. It's a hell stressful job,
yep. Oh yeah,
and I'm seriously too old for that stress. I mean, I earn good money doing what I'm doing.
yeah.
I'd be happy, Paul, if I never DJ'd again. And it's
Well,
probably a strange thing to say. So for somebody who
yep.
loved DJing, it's so stressful.
It's so
So
different
stressful.
today as well because you're using DJ controllers rather than turntables and stuff.
Yeah, I've had a
So
look at some of the gear.
I've got
And
something right in front of me. I've got my whole desk set up right here. I've got the podcast mixing desk. I've got a laptop. I've got screens for the computer that's over there. I've got my DJ controller in front of me.
yeah, but
So,
the stress is the building in your
yeah,
mind where the music's going to go, and then if you do the little waves thing that I
yep,
do, and then you get to here and go, oh shit, where I was intended to go is not working.
yeah,
I need to change track.
yeah,
I found it very, very stressful, even from the early days.
yeah. I've got a couple of funny stories about setting other DJs up. But before we go, I've got to before we go on, continue on with the 1995. 39 was Entrance, Set You Free.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
good
Scatman,
song.
Scatman number
Oh,
38.
that guy actually had a stutter, and he used it to his advantage.
Yeah,
That was all he could do.
yeah. Yeah. I used to hate that song, but oh well.
I'm
Janet,
the scat man.
yeah, Janet Jackson was at 37 with Runaway, and then 36 was Runaway with Real McCoy.
Yep.
The chick from Real McCoy died from COVID related stuff just recently, like a couple of years back.
Oh dear.
Yeah, 35 was Self Esteem, The Offspring. Cotton Eye Joe at 34 was Cotton Eye Joe at 34 by the Rednecks. Another one that you used to like, Don't Stop Wiggle Wiggle, the Out There Brothers. Yeah, 32 was One Sweet Day, Mariah Carey with Boys to Men. Oh, that's bad. 31 was Pure Massacre, Silverchair. Number 30 was Excalibur. 29, U2, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. 28, E17, Stay Another Day. Now we get into some good music. JX, 27, You Belong to Me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Sheryl Crow, Strong Enough at 26. And then we'll stop at 25. We'll go on the rest a bit later on. But Shy Guy was Diana King at 25. That's it. I can
Not
remember
the
you
best
playing.
years in music, but it was okay.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we've got some really good ones coming up. But yeah, I remember at Liquids one night there was a guy named Alex. You remember Alex? You might not have met him.
Which Alex? Paul.
Tall guy. Yeah, no, because he wanted to DJ at. We're up in the Equator Room, and he wanted to DJ up at the Equator Room, and
Yeah.
I got scalped to go play at Liquids, and I said I would go, but I get to pick a DJ partner because the place is so big. I wanted someone
Yeah.
to bounce off. And they said, "Yep, righto." Um, was it Was it Brandon? He was at Liquids as well.
Yeah, Brandon was there for a little while.
He
Little Singaporean guy.
Yeah, he hired me to go there,
Yeah.
and so we took Alex, and
Yeah,
then
I'm still in contact with Brandon. So.
yeah, so oh yeah, because they promised me a pay rise. I never got it. That's why I left. But
Yeah.
we built that place
Oh,
up so quick.
didn't have anything to do with the fact that their sound system was shit.
I actually was there rebuilding it and their lighting system. I was the only one who could work their lighting system. So I rebuilt it all. And
okay.
yeah, not the audio, but the lights. I got all the lights working through the computer. Well, Alex come up and he was DJing with me there. And one night we had the crowd pumping. It was going right off. And he was too busy talking to someone than getting his set ready to go. And so I've told him, it's your set, jump in quick. And he said, I've got nothing ready. So I handed him a CD. It was a Backstreet Boy CD. And yep. And so he thought, oh great, Backstreet Boys, it'll go off. But it was I want it that way. So it was really slow. So he's gone there, he's pumping, got the last song that I had queued up playing was going off, the crowd's going, he's hit play on his track, and the whole club just went quiet. Everyone just looked at him, and they just scattered, and he was left there on his own, standing in the poor bugger.
Did you ever have this thing for that situation, the go-to songs?
Yeah.
So you'd have a little list in your head of old school songs that are just the crowd's just going to go or some of the newer stuff and the crowd's just going to go even though you played it an hour before and and you suddenly get that I fucked up here
you smack that on and
let's go to the go-to song stick it on and win them back again
because back in the day you could do things like the YMCA and shit like that, and people would just get up and go crazy to the YMCA and stuff. But I can't see them doing that in a club anymore. Not the YMCA anyway.
Although sometimes I've got a couple of stories in my head, but I do sometimes like the background kind of DJing, which you're seeing a lot in the small bars.
Yep.
I was at Market Grounds, Market Grounds, and I don't know what song this guy went from, but he ended up going to ELO's Mr. Blue Sky, and the mix was just awesome. And I just went up to him and went, I mean, it's not something I would do, but I'm like, how the fuck did you mix them two? So some of the DJs are really, really good at the whole beat, what we used to call them the beat mixing and just making one long song out of.
It's easy. It's easier now. It's easier now to do it than what it is back then.
Yeah, I know. Because back then, the best you could have is a beat light.
Yeah.
But now you've got something that works. I've seen that you've got something that works like auto tune, so the computer actually matches the beats.
Yeah, you can sync them. Yeah, but and then what they do now, they drop the bass out of one of the tracks and bring the next one in and bring the bass up so that you don't actually hear the boom. If the bass,
you can split the tracks.
yeah. Well, they just do it with their controllers. They're like the treble, bass, and mid range controllers. They just drop the bass right out. But you can also
Oh, so they've got a set of pots for
yeah
each
yeah
channel. So
yeah
each channel's got its own treble, mid,
yeah.
bass.
You just drop it out and then you mix it across. But
Yeah,
but
it makes sense.
you also can get in the software, depending on what software you got, you can get what they call stems. So you can get your track and divide it into 4 stems. So you can just, if you want, just play the vocal track, and you can play the vocal
Yeah,
track
so
and drop the vocal track out of another song.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, not split the track. So
yeah,
isolate
yeah,
parts of the track. Yeah.
yeah, and and the computer will do all that for you. And you can just so you can put say Kim Carnes over a Taylor Swift song or something. So you can have Kim
Yeah,
Carnes vocals
essentially.
and Taylor Swift's music.
Although, in my own, with a point of pride, I have managed to beat mix videos
Yeah, yeah,
occasionally.
yeah.
Occasionally, it's worked well.
We used to have to do it on Thursday nights down at the at Leisure Inn. What do they call it?
Yeah,
What do they call it now?
um,
It's a,
Marrakesh.
no, it's the Barley Bar or
Marrakesh.
something. No, it's Barley Bar or something.
No, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
It's
then
yeah. Well,
and
it looks lovely.
no
Last time I
one.
was down, it's been since I've been down there. But
Yeah, but they don't use it. No one goes. I'm going there in a couple of weeks to go see 360 perform. I'm going to write a review for the website. Got to go see 360 play, but they don't use it. They've got a full decked out club and restaurant like layout there. They've got the whole works and jerks. They've got a sound system that's as good as any others, lights and everything, and they don't use it. You never.
that's the that's the thing I take on board. Within 3 months of me quitting, they had all that.
Mm,
It was before it was impulse, but
yep,
they had the sound system, the lighting, the stage, and everything.
yep,
They had another refit since, but within 3 months of me quitting, it's gone to what it is now. They only open for, as far as I know, for Easter Thursday, Christmas Eve, special events, that
yep,
kind of thing. The old days of it being open Wednesday through Sunday, that finished 3 months after I finished.
yep.
And as I said earlier, it may have had nothing to do with me. It may have just been the Leisure Inn's time. But I'm going to take on board that, you know what, I left and 3 months after 11 years and 3 months later, the place is pretty much shut down.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I reckon you can take that because I'm going to take the same for the liquids.
Yeah.
Because when we went there, they were having 450 people through the door a night.
Yeah.
And then within 8 weeks, it was full to capacity.
Yeah.
And then after I left, because they kept saying I was going to, because when I went in there, we were getting really shit money. And when I left, I was doing 90% of the DJing. And I know you know Brandon because he was the one who took me there, and got me there. That the deal was that we'd start the night, he'd go from 12 to 2 or whatever it was, and then we'd have a 2-hour break, and then we'd finish the night.
Yeah.
But he'd never get to finish his set because he would come in and play music that no one wanted to hear, and they'd all clear off. So we'd have to come back in and rebuild the crowd up again. And so, when I left because we were getting paid really shit money, and it was really, really bad. And when I said, when am I going to get me pay rise? You said if we build up the crowd, we'd get a pay rise, and we've done that. And all the people like Brandon, they all got their pay rise, and the guys that were doing the work didn't. So I walked, and then it wasn't long after that crumbled again.
Yeah.
I don't think
it's
they
not
ever.
even dead.
No,
Just an empty.
Yeah.
Just a building that somebody's waiting to knock over or
that's correct.
throw money at.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I got into trouble there one night because I swore on the microphone. It was really early in the night. There was hardly anyone there, right? So we're in a club where everyone's drunk. It's a nightclub, so everyone's getting drunk. And I was playing like songs like JX and some really fast dance tracks. And as you do, like I like to dance and muck around when I'm in the DJ box. I don't sit there just going, I get into the music and play around and sing and dance and
with a crowd. Yeah.
yeah. And I just got on the microphone and said, "Oh, guys, you're fucking wearing me out." And someone actually complained that I swore.
Seriously.
And yeah,
Seriously.
I got a message from Peter Mirko, who was the owner at the time, saying, no swearing. Yeah.
Having said that, there was a long period there when Brian Walker was the assistant manager of the Leisure, and there were songs I was not allowed to play.
Yeah.
I was never allowed to play Am I Ever Going to See Your Face Again?
Yeah.
Because people swore. No way, get the fuck off.
Yeah.
And towards the end, it's like, and also the punters, and I remember Steve Pringle, he was the head security guy before the refit. But if a bloke came in with his shirt untucked, tuck your shirt in.
Yeah.
Tuck your shirt. It's like, really, you couldn't get away with it nowadays.
No. Because we used to go out, and you couldn't go out. The guys couldn't get into a club unless they had a collared shirt, like you said, tucked in.
Collared shirt, tucked in,
and shoes, dress shoes. You couldn't go in with sneakers or anything like that. No. Now you go in, you've got pluggers on, a pair of shorts, and a Bing Tang t-shirt. And people think
that's Bali, huh?
and Rockingham.
that was actually the weirdest thing with this last trip I just had.
Yep.
So went to Bali and then went on to Thailand. My first time in Thailand, my mate's been trying to get me there for years, and ended up on a beach place called Pattaya. But in Bali, you're just used to wearing your thongs.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a really nice, expensive set of orthopedic thongs. They're okay, but at the end of the day, they're thongs.
Yeah.
And in Bali, it's thongs everywhere.
Yeah.
And I packed one pair of shoes, and that was for flying.
Yep.
I'd wear shoes when I fly and long pants. And I found out in Thailand, nobody goes out at night time in thongs. Everybody wears. It seems to be a thing in Thailand, even in a beach suburb 2 hours from the city.
Yep.
Everybody wears their Vans or their sneakers or whatever, and it's like, okay, and I've only bought one pair of shoes.
Yeah. Hey, I just got to I've got to be really rude. I'm going to leave the camera for a second. I've got to go get a drink.
Oh, I thought you were going to go off for number twos. Do you want me to do a song and dance, or you're just going to edit this out?
No, you can do a song and dance, right?
No, actually, I might grab another soft drink.
Yeah, all right. So I'll pause it. We'll pause it and we'll come back. Do you know, I just thought of something. I should have just brought up a screen. I should have just done this. We'll be right back. And then done that. But no, now I've got to edit it all together and increase my workload.
Well, can you do that again?
Hi, you're listening to KBFY FM 107.9. You're listening to A Pair of Old Jocks with Paul and Alan.
Yeah, we all had DJ voices, didn't we?
Yeah, I got told, because I dabbled in a little bit of radio, I got told my voice wasn't resonant enough.
Resonant enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that was back in the day when AM rocked.
Yeah. I was actually, I was the first person on air on a Rockingham radio station.
101.7?
It was 96.4 at the time.
Oh.
But yeah, it became 101.7. But
Sound FM.
The actual opening, and they did the whole ABC sort of thing. So we made a tape. And it was the national anthem, followed by a speech from the mayor, followed by some government minister, followed by this, and followed by descriptions of what the radio is all about and how hard it was to get the radio station up and running. But the first live DJ on air in Rockingham on 96.4 FM.
Yep.
Yours truly.
What was the first song you played?
I think it was Righteous Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, so you played old people music.
You've lost that loving feeling. No, I tried to do a bit of a mix.
Oh yeah. I had when it was 101.7, I had a show on there. It was a psychic show, and I used to have this psychic come in. Her name was Karen, and she was really good. And we got a bit of a following up. And when they get all the what do they call it? Forgetting the name of it now. They get all the numbers come in, and they tell you how well you've been performing and things like that. We actually,
Oh, the ratings.
yeah,
Ratings.
but there's a special name
Yeah.
for it. There's a special survey. The
Yeah,
survey,
yeah, the survey.
the survey. When the surveys come in, and we actually polled better than one of the commercial stations who had a psychic show on. We were like the 101.7 Sound FM and back in the day, and
Probably a good idea I wasn't on the show then.
well, they claim to
So,
fame.
you say you're a psychic. Yes, I am. No, you're not.
But yeah, she had a good following. She had a good heaps of people followed her. But we used to go on after Samantha Jolly,
Yeah.
and Samantha Jolly's now does the news for one of the Channel 10 or something, I think. Well,
Yeah,
last time I saw she was. No.
That's where people start. Community radio. Same with a lot of actors, you know.
Yep.
Because I'm into my community theatre.
Yep.
I am an actor, but in community theatre, you get all these whopper
Yep.
kids and people who want to make it big. And you know, there's a lot of people I've acted with. You see them on TV; they're doing commercials and all that. And it's the same with seriously radio jocks.
Yep.
A lot of them start in community radio.
Yeah,
That's where they.
Yeah. Yep, I did a TV commercial for RAC. It was
Really, I didn't see it.
Yeah, that was before. When was that? That would have been early 2000s. I've been trying to get a copy.
The work's out.
Huh?
Work's out there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. There's a website called Star Now as well. You can go on Star Now, and people are advertising for actors all the time.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, just bit parts, and you know, you don't have to be good looking. You just have to be the
look they want. For. Yeah. Anyway, from 1995.
So if they want to do a pharmacy advert with an old bastard going in with a walking frame to buy some drugs, I'm your man.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to 95. Number 24 was Meryl Bainbridge, Under the Water.
Oh, yes, good song.
Yeah, she had that one mouth as well. Oh, Peter Andre, Mysterious Girl. Here Comes the Hot Steppers at 22.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember it.
Sukiyaki, 4 p.m. Who the fuck are they?
Oh, yes. And it was they did an English version of it.
Well, hold on. Let's see.
That's a good song.
Let's see if you can hear it. Oh, it's that.
It's a lot better in the original Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It sounds better.
Well, number 20 was Alanis Morissette, You Ought to Know.
Yep.
Silverchair Tomorrow at number 19.
Oh, great song.
Yeah. Fantasy Mariah Carey at 18. Oh, this one. I thought this song come out before 95, but Total Eclipse of the Heart, Nikki French. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Bonnie Tyler's version.
No, you're thinking Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah.
That was the dance version. So
yeah.
if you want to stick it on, have a listen to it.
Yeah, this is the dance version. Oh, no, the video's not available, no longer available. Can't watch it. Can't watch the video. Anyway, number 16 was Waterfalls by TLC.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yep. And another one of your favourite songs at 15 was Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? The Steppers.
Yeah, okay, let's not go there.
Here's Johnny, Hocus Pocus at 14. Boom, 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 The Out There Brothers was 13.
Mm-hmm.
Insensitive, Jan Arden at 12.
Don't remember that one.
No. And Think Twice by Celine Dion was at number 11. And we'll do the top 10 in a minute. I can only do it a little bit at a time. I don't want you having a heart attack getting all excited about this music.
Yeah, man. Add to library. Did you have the experience? I mean, it's a Rockingham thing, so and there were limited venues.
Yep.
But there being a big fish in a small pond.
No, I was
an example. One of my girlfriends. wouldn't say annoyed. That's too hard a word. But she used to like. I'd go walking through Rockingham City when
Yeah,
it was a lot small, a
yeah.
lot fucking smaller.
And they
I'd
used
go
to have
walking through there.
advantage.
And I'd say
Yeah,
hi, yeah, hello, yeah, advantage, and
yep,
yeah, hi, and I was saying hi, and I remember my girlfriend saying, "Is there anybody you don't know?"
yep,
You know, and that was the thing, being a big fish in a very, very small pond.
yep,
But I'll tell you what, when I stopped DJing and I moved on to do other things, it was actually nice being a nobody.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, I loved the fact that everybody knew me and everybody said hi and all that. It
yep,
was brilliant, and but I get how celebrities, real celebrities, can get pissed off.
yep,
It's like when I finally stopped DJing and moved on and moved out of Rockingham,
yep,
it was so nice. Nobody knew me. I could
yeah.
walk through a shopping centre and nobody knew me.
No, I,
You
I,
know,
I was the most famous person you never knew.
mm,
I'd been on TV, been on
exactly.
radio, been like
Yeah,
there's. I've had kids, um, you know, conceived because of me. And same with you. You'd have kids conceived because you play good music, and two strangers in the night would be going home outside the leisure inn after a
this conversation is going to a disturbing level, Paul.
it's Rockingham, man. And people
Well,
going home and taking strangers
I,
home, and
I do remember I was in Bali probably about 6 or 7 years ago, and I do remember I hearing, "Hey, DJ Al," and it was like, "Oh, that's
oh
so nice." After all these years, no
yeah,
hair, somebody recognises me.
yeah. Oh, but one of the at the leisure, not leisure, in Liquids one night, I had a carton of Stolly I had to give away.
Yeah,
The condition was the winner would have to come back and collect it the next day or whatever. But I'm trying to think of
typical bloody Mirko.
yeah, I'm like got to try and work out what to do to give it away. So um, I just said, hey guys, if you've got an idea for any competitions or anything on the mic, I said it on the mic. I said, if you've got any ideas for competitions or anything, got a carton of Stollies to give away, let me know what we can do. And I had this girl come up to me, I kid you not, before I could even close the microphone, she's turned around and said, I'll let you take me out the back. And
Yeah.
yeah, I said, no, obviously she didn't win, but um,
You do realise I'm not inviting my daughter to listen to this podcast?
that's why I said, but so anyway, but yeah, it was crazy. It was what I ended up doing was the first person that could bring to the DJ box a wet pair of underwear, and yeah, there was a guy and a girl. They both got there at the exact same time, each with their underwear soaking wet. Oh, I don't know how they
Remember,
got them.
I,
Huh?
I thought I was a bad man, but seriously, Paul, keep talking.
So they
I'm
got
feeling better about my early life.
they got half a carton each. So so maybe they got together and some kid running around that was created because of the music we were playing. Well,
Um, it was fun.
yeah,
You could get away with a lot.
yeah.
Um,
Don't know if you could do it now, but now it's the responsible service of alcohol and things like that. And
yeah, I don't know. There'd
yeah,
be ways and means.
yeah.
But as I said, I've spent the last 30 years making up for the horrible person I was for the first 30 years of my life.
Oh no, I'm still doing it. I'm still enjoying it.
No, no, no,
But
I'm committed to being the best person. That sounds so bloody spiritual. I'm committed to being the best person I can. No, I'm committed to treating um, people the way I would like to be treated, and I'm
yeah,
really, really hard on myself. And and it is an artifact of my early life,
yeah.
being in bands and being such a sleaze bag and being being a DJ and being able to get away with a lot.
Well, you can do
I'm
that now.
constantly,
Now you're getting older. You can do it again. It's expected from
yeah,
old
but
people.
only in Thailand.
No, you can do it. No, old people get away with so much shit nowadays. Hey,
Hmm.
I've told everyone, and I tell everyone, once you lose dignity, once you get rid of dignity, there's no more stress, no more pressure in the world. No, anything can happen and it won't worry you because you don't care. Like, I could be walking along and just go, like, if I had no dignity, I've still got a little bit, so I won't do this. But say I had no dignity, and I could be walking to the bus stop, and I could just wet my pants, and I've got no dignity, so it doesn't matter. It wouldn't.
I wouldn't go as far as that, but you are right. Being at our stage of life, it
Yep.
is a case of well, I'm an adult. I'm not answerable to anybody
Yeah.
apart from my daughter,
Yeah.
um, and I'm a good person. I
Yep.
feel I'm a good person. I've worked very, very hard on that. But yeah, yeah, you don't worry about the small shit. You
Yeah.
don't worry about
No.
being embarrassed or doing something embarrassing. This
Yep.
is why I had such a great, fun time in Thailand. I didn't get into the culture of, paying for a young bar
Yep.
girl to spend the night. I didn't get into that
Yep.
culture, but I liked the bar hopping. But I also, I'd go to a bar and I'd just do stupid things and go dance in the street.
Yep.
At this stage of my life, it's like, I, I don't care. The embarrassment is not a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a teenager. Is everybody looking at me? It's like, well, I don't care if everybody looks at me.
Yeah.
I think that's the point you were trying to make.
Yeah.
Not so much the lack of dignity, but the lack of I'm not embarrassed about anything I do. I'm an old fart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The older you get, the more the more you can get away with. So
The
what?
more the mind gets focused.
Yeah. So what's your go-to song for karaoke?
uh, oh, like me Coldplay.
Yeah.
Um, I can do Chris Martin.
Yeah.
Especially when my daughter's there because we do harmonies and
Yep.
we ring the changes on the songs. So we both of us do Coldplay very well. I think I do Coldplay very, very well. I also like a little bit of soul,
Yep.
and I like doing "Let It Cry," which it's quite a soulful song.
Yep.
But yeah, at the moment I would say my go-to is Coldplay.
Yep.
Mainly because I can hit what Chris Martin does,
Yep.
and I like Coldplay a lot. I know that's very twee, but
Yep.
I mean, I went and saw them and with my daughter, and they are a great band. But that's my go-to.
Yeah.
What's your go-to for karaoke?
I don't do it.
Yeah, I know because you can't sing.
No.
I could have told you that, but I
Yeah.
thought I'd ask the question.
Can't do it. Yeah. So, but I can't do it because, like, if I could get up and I think that everyone can sing, they've just got to find the right song that they can sing. Like, everyone has got a song they can sing, but I just haven't found one yet. But
I will disagree with you. There are people who are genuinely tone deaf.
yeah,
I don't understand it, but they just cannot pick tones.
well, they have to be able to find
Um,
one song that's got no
but at the
tone.
end of the day, I don't care. I'm not one of those who goes to karaoke
Yep,
night and somebody gets up and they are tone deaf and they're shite and they're pissed and all that.
it'll be me.
I still enjoy it because my belief is, and this is something you probably see on the internet anyway, sing like nobody can hear you and dance like nobody can
Yep,
see you.
yep,
And if some bugger's up there murdering a song,
yep,
I don't care. Are they having a good time singing? Because singing is fun.
yeah, yep,
Even if you're bad at it,
yeah,
it's fun.
yep.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get the last of the 1995 songs out. Get them done.
Are you mad at me for telling you that you can't sing?
No, I know.
I've never heard this.
I know I can't sing. Yeah, no, I know. The dogs know it too. They go off if I start. Anyway, Michael Jackson, "You Are Not Alone" was at number 10. Take That.
So much Jacksons.
Yeah,
Yeah, anyway.
Take That, Back for Good was number 9.
Yeah.
CDB, Let's Groove was number 8. Zombie, The Cranberries, number 7.
Yes.
Brian Adams, Have You Ever Really Loved, at number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top 5.
Canadian.
Yeah. Another Night, Real McCoy.
Yeah.
Mouth, Meryl Bainbridge. So she's had 2. Real McCoy's had 2.
Yep.
Then you had Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Do you reckon you could have a stab at the top 2?
Trying to think, because the songs that you've related, it's not a great year for DJs, is it? songs
no.
wise.
This is the ARIA top 50, so the ARIA charts totally suck. But do you remember DJ Bobo?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the song.
Yeah, it wasn't a DJ Bobo. None of them were DJ Bobo.
So it's not.
DJ
Was it
Bobo had
DJ
set you.
Bobo?
Yeah,
Hey, baby.
no. That's someone else. That was after '95. No, that was DJ Bobo had Set You Free. Was that Entrance Set You Free? I don't know.
Vaguely rings a bell.
But number 2 was Staying Alive by Entrance.
It was, and they quickly released 3 sample tracks after that. So
Yeah.
there was a couple of Rod Stewart ones. Great to dance to.
Yeah.
Absolutely great to dance. Oh, I've actually got that on my playlist.
Yeah. And
There
yeah,
you
number 1 was Gangster's Paradise by Coolio.
Great artist.
Oh.
And you try to describe to people like our age who you know, we talked earlier today how it's annoying that people get locked into the music of their late
Yep.
teens, and that's all they'll ever listen to for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that people who are our age, that rap crap or whatever they want to call it, and it's like you really need to listen to guys like Coolio.
Yeah.
You know, and just it's great music.
Yeah.
And it is music. You know,
Yeah.
I liked his one. He released about 6 months after that. No, it was about a year after that. I'll See You When You Get There.
Yeah.
Loved that. But yeah, Coolio, great artist.
He released a song just after his death with an Aussie rapper named Cardia, and
her name
I got to interview her on Pop Rock Radio.
Yeah.
Just after Coolio's death, because we spoke about the song they released.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was amazing. He was in a studio in Melbourne, Melbourne. I think it was in Melbourne. Yeah, in a studio in Melbourne, and he heard her singing in another studio. She was recording something else, and he needed a track and he was missing a bit to a song that he needed, and so he called her in, and bang, they got it. They did it, recorded the song, and did it right there and then.
And that's how shit like that happens. Yep. Actually, you've sent me off on another tangent. 1955 Hilltop Hoods. Oh, you like the Hilltop Hoods?
Nah.
No.
I just don't get to listen to them.
Well, you've heard of the artist Montaigne?
Who?
Montaigne?
Yeah.
Look her up. Australian artist. Very distinctive voice. My daughter sounds exactly like her.
Yeah.
We actually had mini concerts in the car, you know, and yeah, I can sing, but my daughter can sing.
Yeah.
Voice of an angel, and she sounds exactly like Montaigne.
Yep.
So,
cool.
That's why I like doing karaoke with my daughter.
Yeah. All righty. So what was that your tangent you were on?
Yeah, it was, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh no, back to Coolio. I think part of the reason that I liked him was he had a social conscience, a social voice. His songs were things that addressed shit that was going on, you know. And anyway, carry on.
Anyway, well, we're gonna have to wind it up tonight because I've got to get up early in the morning for work, and I've got to stitch all this together.
I've got to go back to work after 4 or 5 weeks. That's going to be jarring.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next Monday I'll have everything set up so it's live streaming as well. So we'll be able to tell everyone to tune in.
Well, I'm actually just thinking with some of the things it's like, there's all these little spaces that this happened and this happened and this happened. So there's lots to talk about. And hopefully, if people watch this, they go, it's interesting. If they don't, it is what it is. You and I had a chat. Yeah,
but we've got heaps more to talk about because I want to talk about things like getting stage fright and different places where we've DJ'd, because I've DJ'd all around Australia. I've DJ'd in Cairns, I've DJ'd in South Australia, and talk about the music and how it affects us and how life's evolved since 29 years ago.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I'll see you next Monday night.
All right, Paul. No worries. Talk to you soon.
Yep.